Hi everybody, welcome to Be Well Live. Today is Friday, so it's Fun Friday. We're going to be doing a quick little recipe for maybe a Super Bowl snack that you can do if you're going to be maybe watching the Super Bowl. Even if you're not, it's just a good kind of comfort food, healthy alternative to traditional kind of greasy comfort foods. So I think something similar would be like a cheesy garlic bread kind of thing. But instead of using bread, we're going to be using broccoli, believe it or not. So we'll get to that quickly, but just a quick introduction and welcome everyone who's tuning in. Hi everybody. This is Mike from Athletics and Recreation, and today is Fun Friday, so let's get started with our broccoli cheesy bread. All right. I haven't actually prepared it in advance. Typically I'd have the finished result, but just a little rushy this morning. But hopefully it turns out well for you, and I'm going to find out if it turns out well for me. Either way, it should be a good snack. So the ingredients you're going to need, this is pretty affordable, this recipe that we're going to go through. Obviously it's called broccoli cheesy bread, so broccoli and cheese are going to be needed. So really affordable in most cases. When you go to the grocery store, an entire kind of crown of broccoli is usually like $1. I found these for 88 cents at Food Basics. So each was 88 cents, the whole thing. For this particular recipe, it calls for 3 cups of riced broccoli. So basically you're kind of like chopping it up into small little pieces, or using a blender or a food processor. I just chopped it up with a knife, got it into really small pieces. Anyway, you should only need maybe 1 or 2 max, but under $1 for each of these. Next, you're going to need obviously the mozzarella cheese. This is kind of obviously the part you have to have, non-dependent on the bread not being used. So just a pack of pre-shredded mozzarella cheese. I mean, really any kind of cheese that you prefer, or you can just have regular kind of a brick of cheese and you can grate it yourself. But I got this stuff. You're also gonna need 1 egg, so just 1 large egg. We got our carton of eggs here. Next is garlic, so 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. I have mine kind of chopped up garlic here. I use 2 cloves, and we'll kind of go from there and see if maybe I want more. After the garlic, you're going to need some salt and pepper, just some regular salt and pepper, which we'll add. And then lastly, to kind of give it that kind of flavor, that kind of garlic bread, cheesy bread flavor, we're going to do some oregano. I recommend, actually, I buy this kind of Italian herbs seasoning. And basically it has thyme, oregano, a couple other ingredients. And I use it for a lot of the cooking I do. I probably overuse it actually, but this is 99 cents for this whole thing here. And that's pretty much it. And then obviously you could add like a dip, maybe like a marinara, or like a ranch, or whatever you like for that kind of comfort food, to dip that in. Okay, so that's what we're gonna start with, and we're gonna kind of run through the steps on how to prepare it. So I've got the oven preheated at 425. You're gonna make sure that you have a baking sheet lined with like the paper, just so it doesn't stick. And what you're gonna do is, while the oven's preheating, is to prepare everything. So I already have the broccoli in that riced kind of mode. So again, you're basically just taking the whole crown of broccoli, if you've never done it before, and you can either use like a cheese grater or a blender, food processor, or just chop it up with a knife, which is what I did, into small pieces. And I've got about 2 maybe 3 cups, depending on the serving size, of the riced broccoli. Okay, so that's obviously the base of our bread, okay? Or it's called bread, but it's not, okay? And then what you're gonna do is after you've done that, you're gonna heat up actually the broccoli before you put it into this bowl in the microwave for about 30 seconds. It'll steam like instantly, just a little bit of a steam, just to kind of soften it up a bit. And then you're gonna put it in the mixing bowl, okay? After you've done that, then you can add all the other ingredients. So we're gonna add our cheese. So I've got a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna pour that right in with the broccoli. Amazing. Next, we can add the egg. Just crack a full egg. This is live television, folks, so forgive me. Okay, there goes our egg. Next, what do we have next here? We are going to add garlic, salt and pepper, and then our oregano, or the Italian seasoning. So I already have the oregano Italian kind of pre-mixed seasoning here, so I'm going to add that in. That's about a tablespoon. Again, you can kind of, depending on what you prefer. Salt and pepper, I'm just going to free ball it, just kind of a little bit of, that's just a little bit of salt and some pepper. Perfect. And then the garlic. So I've already kind of chopped up 2 cloves of garlic here. I'm going to add that in. All right, and then what you can do is mix it up. And you're just going to mix all that together. Okay, now again, I haven't prepared it. Normally I do. I have it prepared and ready to go. But things happen and you get busy, so I'm sorry I don't have the end result, and we're not going to wait 20 minutes for it to finish. So once it's all mixed together, you've mixed all the ingredients together, you're going to pour that on your baking sheet and kind of flatten it out. And then what you're going to do is put that in the oven for about 20 minutes. And you want it to kind of, you know, like a golden kind of baked top to it. But roughly 20 minutes at 425, and you're gonna pull that out. You're gonna add another half cup of the mozzarella cheese, because why not? This is Fun Friday, right? Just to kind of broil that cheese on top, and you have that nice kind of cheesy bread appeal to it, okay? And then that's it. And after another 5 minutes of just the cheese melting on top, you're gonna pull that out and you're gonna cut it into strips, kind of like garlic bread strips, but remember, these are really thin, and it's not a bread that you're using for the base, it is the broccoli. So obviously it won't be as thick, but from what I've seen and heard about them, they're delicious, so please give that a try. That's your cheesy broccoli bread. Again, Super Bowl's this weekend. If you're into that, you can kind of use that as your kind of comfort food, traditional kind of Super Bowl watching food. Okay, so thanks for joining me. This recipe and the ingredients, the steps, everything will be posted here right after the video, so you can kind of see that all listed out for you and give that a try. So thanks for joining. This was Fun Friday, our cheesy broccoli bread. Have a good weekend, everyone. Be well.